My name is Juma Mkwela. I am the co-founder of Juma Art Tours, which is a travel company that has a dream to connect visitors and locals in a responsible way. Juma Art Tours has this amazing dream. I always felt that everyone that travels, there is always a need to meet locals. So, but sometimes you have a question of how do you meet locals? So I play a role in connecting the visitors and locals in a responsible and sustainable way. So I create experiences in connecting the locals and the visitors that are street art, creating home gardens, Afro jazz, and storytelling using food. Social prize does help local communities. To my own understanding and also my own belief, I believe that every person has an idea, and for that idea to turn it into a business, I say that's social enterprise. But in that way, you always need role models that will inspire you to do that. So I find myself as a role model that has taken my idea and created it in a business. And in that way, for the past 12 years, I have inspired a lot of people, just showing them how you can just turn an idea and just using any resources that are around you to turn into businesses. So meaning that our communities are full of resources that we can all create amazing social enterprise. So I am the ambassador. Also, I feel that I am also the person that has a dream also to continue inspiring the people in my community and making sure that social enterprise does grow and also for the benefit of our community. Okay, so what inspired me to start my business? It was 12 years back when I was first involved in creating street art in Cape Town, and I had an opportunity to work with lots of local and international artists, painting street art in two beautiful communities in South Africa in Cape Town, which are Woodstock and Khayelitsha. And the main reason why we were painting it was to tell stories, to inspire, to educate, and to make places look beautiful. And in that way, few years later, there was a need of people wanting to go and understand those stories, wanting to go and see the street art. So I found myself as the person that knew all these stories, that had this amazing connection with the community. And I felt that this should be a business of me interrupting or connecting now the visitors and the locals. But in that way, I had to balance to make sure that the community does understand why, what, and how. So it has been a journey of me making sure that the community and the visitors does understand this amazing connection. And honestly, it has been successful for the past 12 years, and there's still more to come, I'll say. So the journey is continuing. Visitors or tourists, they can expect to meet the locals in a responsible way. And how do we do that? When I first meet my visitors, I share them the whole background of how I started this amazing project of street art and home gardens and Afro jazz. And after that, now we will walk into the community and meet the locals. So part of the experience, we paint together. So how do we paint together? I am an artist, so we'll paint together. We'll tell a story using art or using paint on a house, and also the owners of the house also does paint with us. And during the painting, we'll also share amazing stories. Then part also of the experience will create a home garden. So meaning when you leave, the community have benefited something. And during also creating the home gardens, there are stories that we also share. Then also part of it will cook together. So we will harvest now from the gardens that have already been created and cook together a traditional meal and share the stories of why do the locals eat these such amazing delicious meals and the benefit of that. And also part of the experience now, Africa, because it's a beautiful continent, we are also inspired by music. So we also include music which is mostly Afro jazz and also our traditional and cultural music. And I feel those are the moments that every visitor will always remember: the food, the music, the stories, and what you left behind, the painting and the garden, that the families will continue benefiting for a long time, for a lifetime. COVID-19 has impacted a lot, mostly the travel industry. But to myself, I found that as a learning curve. I also found that as an opportunity to be more creative. So for those that were not creative, it has been very, very difficult on their side. But I found myself to increase my creativity. So how did I do that? So since the beginning of COVID, I continued supporting the communities, in supporting them with food parcels, in working, giving more time in those home gardens that were created, and also in making sure that we create more artworks, because we have to continue telling stories. We have to continue educating people about this COVID-19. And I have painted a lot of murals to raise awareness about COVID so that the message goes more to the communities. And I never stopped working. So even though the tourists were not coming since COVID, but I stayed together with the community in creating amazing projects. And also since COVID, just before COVID, I was starting this amazing organization which is called Culture Circles. So this is where I am now. I can just switch my camera a little bit. You can see. So Culture Circles, it was also like born just around COVID. It is an organization that has a dream to increase bike mobility. So throughout the COVID, bicycles were essential, and my company, we managed to donate more than 1,000 bicycles to essential workers to to increase bicycles for the kids to go to school and also back to work. So it has been such amazing journey, even though COVID has impacted, but there has been more of good that has come out of COVID. And I can't also wait to share these amazing stories with the visitors when they come back to South Africa, Cape Town. I would like to give advice to visitors that to come to Cape Town or to South Africa, or that to travel anywhere, any part of the world. It is very, very important wherever you're gonna travel to make sure that even one day, even just a week, to just spend time with locals. There's so much to learn: the history, the culture, the stories. Yes, you can go and see the wildlife. Yes, you can go and do these adventurous experiences. But I value most meeting people. So we play a role in connecting you to meet people, and in such a sustainable and responsible way. So I would advise every person that travels, please, please make sure that you meet people in a sustainable and responsible way, making sure that you respect the community. And in that way, they'll also respect you. And those will be the moments that you always remember. It's a lifetime experience, a lifetime memorable moments that you always remember. And I also want to give advices to like travel agencies, tour operators, and other businesses that is in travel industry, to make sure that part also of the excursions or part also of the experience that you create, making sure that you involve the community, because those are the people that will make sure that will give highlights of every person that travel. Thank you.